move, and as I said, I may come on live, and I am here representing the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. I am one of the ambassadors for the American Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, and we are here in what's called networking around town, and so we had great food earlier, and we're here in the Shopify office building, and you hear all this noise going on behind me, and that is because we're doing what's called speed networking. Check it out. So you got all the folks down there and over there, and one side stays stationary and the other side moves. And you introduce yourself to the person that's in front of you, and you exchange information. So you see back there is the counter. You got 3 minutes to interact with a new networking partner. So that's what we are doing here at the Shopify headquarters. It is quite noisy, as you can hear, because there's probably looks like 100 conversations going on at the same time. So welcome. See that guy right there? See that guy right there? Wave. Look at that. There they go. So you are live on YouTube. This gentleman right here is crazy. Anyway, so check out all the folks that are down here. And again, it is all about networking. And for those that follow me on my page, you know that I am a great believer of networking. Networking is key to running your business. Networking is key to how successful your business is. I know you're probably saying, what is Ron doing? What's going on, Jesus? I see you, Jesus. I see you in the building. And maybe you were here, now you're gone. And you probably said, this is some kind of chaos. But this is what I'm doing right now. Shopify has such a great space. They also did headshots today. They had the wine and liquor area. People are connecting up here, but mostly everyone has moved downstairs to connect. And it's one of the greatest things about networking and meeting people. Like I said, if you plan to be a business owner, if you have a business, you want to connect with your Chamber of Commerce, and hopefully what they are doing in your Chamber of Commerce in your town or your state or your country, because sometimes smaller countries just have one chamber. And what the chamber does is a bridge between government and policies and what's going on with you as a small business owner, and to make sure you connect with others so that you can build your business properly. They also know of different funding and different ways to help you with your business. So I am here. I am on duty. But I said, let me pop in and kind of like give you a taste of what I do. Today is a really noisy day. I'm saying Shopify needs to get some acoustic squares on their walls. But anyway, it is great. It's wonderful. We're here in New York City, here in SoHo. That's where Shopify's office is located. And Shopify is another great platform for you to sell your merchandise, sell your goods. Okay, hold on. Let's see what they're doing now. Okay, so now they're switching again. Whoa, it is a noisy environment. I'm sure you know that I am happy to be in an environment where they have plants. And the great thing about having a microphone is that you can possibly hear me. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Again, I'm going to pop out. I'm going to walk you through the building. and then we're going to head outside. How about that? So let's do that together. And like I said, it's a great space. Lots of people are here connecting. Shopify. Again, this is our networking around town here at Shopify, here at the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. And we've been celebrating since 5:30 and connecting with other business owners. You'll see all kinds of merch here from different folks that are on Spotify and hats and everything else. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, sir? So I'm gonna pop outside so I can chat with you all. And you can see you're late. What are you doing here late? Yes. Yes, I know that gentleman.
1 second, please. He inappropriately was talking to this lady, which I do not appreciate.
Oh.
He was not going to pass me.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Please don't let this happen the next time.
Okay.
Because this is zero tolerance.
Yes.
At the end of the day, she's a lady.
Yes.
She's a female. You can't talk to somebody like that.
I agree.
That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's sister. That's somebody. Just have
Okay.
That's come on.
Okay. So you guys worked it out?
Yes, we worked it out.
Okay.
But I'm just letting you know.
Okay. So make sure you work it out, and we have to represent.
Come
So
on, you
okay.
better, man.
So anyway, I'm live, so I don't want to put your business in the street.
Okay, right.
Okay. So here I am in SoHo, and you will see that this is one of my favorite places in New York. I come down here to photograph, and there's all kinds of shops, and you'll see all throughout here, all kinds of buildings. Let me see here. Let me see if there's a fire that I need to put out. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see if there's a fire. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. So, wait, hold on. Relax. Gotta talk calmly. Okay? So that way you talk. She's in charge of making sure people get in and make sure that the security is right. So you gotta make sure you respect her.
No. There's no fight.
Okay, no.
Enforcement.
I get you.
Yeah, what happened is I was coming and waiting is almost.
Okay.
That being said, I have to check my name. So I check my name.
Yes.
Check my name.
Okay.
I thought I was yelling on her.
No, but was your name is your name on the list?
I registered.
Okay.
And she was there. No register.
His name was
That was
not
my
on
register.
Okay.
We just added his name now.
Okay, good. So everything's squared away?
Everything's squared away.
Okay.
We just don't want him
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
so
was saying, if I'm not invited, I won't come here.
well, the thing is, these
So it's not my
we
fault.
have to also respect that this is their premises,
I don't know
this is their environment, and we want to make sure that we respect them, and we respect it because also we represent the Manhattan Chamber.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you respect the folks that are here. Okay? And you may not think you're loud, but they may be interpreting that as loud. So you have to understand that how you may feel you're putting out may not be how it's being received. Okay?
All right.
Thanks. Okay, so you just saw me in in diplomatic my diplomatic form. So what's going on, folks? How are you all doing? I see there's people in the building. I see Hannah's in the building as well, and Jesus is in the building, and so you probably there was a situation where the gentleman, he was speaking loud to the person that was in charge of people going into the event. You just, sometimes, in different cultures, we speak at different volumes, right? And we have to also recognize that maybe it may not be spoken too loud to ourselves. It may not feel disrespectful to ourselves, but the person that's on the receiving line or the receiving side of your conversation may be interpreting that it is not a good thing. So that's what we've had here. You out?
Yes, I had to leave.
Okay, nice meeting you, Max.
Here's you.
Take care. Stay in touch.
Go on.
Okay. So again, so that's what I do as a man, as an ambassador. Sometimes you don't know exactly what you'll be called on to do. This is my first time really having that kind of situation because most people are usually respectful. And he seemed like he was respectful, but I think he had a problem because his way of speaking may be misinterpreted. Anyway, so how you guys doing? It is hot in New York City. It's much better than it was earlier. And it says, very diplomatic. You are the man. Yeah, they used to call me the diplomat. Before the before the Netflix television show, I was called the diplomat. Yeah. So anyway, I'm out here in the streets. But let me show you. This is one of my favorite blocks. This is Green Street here in SoHo, and look at these buildings. This is SoHo, and you got these beautiful cast iron buildings. These buildings are made of cast iron. Like you see the columns, and the reason why is during the industrial period, they began to realize that they could not build columns like concrete columns, but that in order to build them, they said, you know what, let's make cast irons ones, and they're so well done. You see the wonderful city bikes. That's the best way to travel here in New York City, is on a city bike. As a matter of fact, that's how I got here, is on a city bike. And I'm sure when I leave to go home, I will be on a city bike. And but yeah, how are you guys doing? Hannah, what are you up to on this hot day? It's hot. I don't know. I know it's hot around the whole country. The whole country is hot. And it is hot in New York City. Today went up to 97 degrees with a heat index of 102. It felt like 102. And literally, I tell you, when I walked out the house today to come to this event, it was hard to breathe because the air was so thick and, as they say, thick and stale. And the reason why, like I mentioned earlier when I was on Gwendolyn's show today, I did an interview. Oh, catch Gwendolyn's show. She interviewed me today on Small Bites, Gwendolyn's platform. And that was wonderful. And we had a great time earlier today talking about tips for photography. So tomorrow we are going to be doing our water cooler conversation. So we'll be doing water cooler talk. And I do believe Brian will be sharing about his evening at the Biden event. So he's going to be sharing a little bit about that tomorrow at our Touch Base Daily at 10 o'clock. So tune in, pop in, share, come on in. We do water cooler talk. We'll have some headlines, some subjects, and we as a community will talk about it. So that will be a lot of fun. And looks like is everyone getting ready to come out? I guess this is getting ready to end because we're about at the end of this event. And so let me pop back in. Look at this. Can I tell you, look at this. Look at this view. I mean, New York is awesome. These cobblestone, you can hear the cobblestone. Listen to it. Did you hear those cobblestones? It is her show every Tuesday? No, she does her show sporadically. There's not an everyday situation for Gwendolyn. But yes, today was a special treat day for me, and she interviewed me. Okay, so anyway, folks are getting ready to leave, so I am going to leave.
Ron is amazing.
And I'm going
Ron is an amazing photographer. Ron is the bomb.
You hear this guy?
Is amazing.
Then we're going to have him on our show one day. He is an amazing. That's Ramon. Ramon is an amazing. What do you call it? Encourager, small business builder. He's built several companies, and just an amazing guy. Anyway, we're gonna have him on our show one day. I think he wants me on his show at some point too. But again, check out. I mean, this is SoHo. It's so quiet. It's a quiet evening because it's so hot here. People are not hanging out like they normally do. and they are like, yo, this is crazy. So what I'm gonna do is, how about this? I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna grab my bag. I'm gonna hand in my badge, and then we're gonna walk the streets of Soho together. How about that? I'm gonna show you some of my favorite spots, and then I'm gonna shut you off. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm back in, and I need to hand in my bag. You okay?
I'm not okay. But
Okay, make sure you let Nadia know about what happened, and but I will let her know also. Okay, but that's unacceptable. Okay.
I'm on Posh.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Ron.
Your event's great. I came because your energy is dynamic. I sold everything that I did.
Uh-huh.
I went to Greece and I haven't worked in 4 weeks, and I was like, I should go do something related.
Okay.
I've only been an entrepreneur my whole life. Never
Well,
done anything else.
welcome.
And I've been hanging on these streets of Soho forever since Merc Bar. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And so I'm gonna hand in my badge, and I'm gonna put my badge on the table because Nadia will kill me if I don't. And I'm gonna grab my stuff. So let me get my back. Sorry for all the movement, y'all, on screen. But I'm gonna grab this, and I'm heading out, guys. Nice meeting you, and I'll reach out to you. Oops. My helmet. My helmet took a spill. Okay. So I got my helmet. Not the camera. It wasn't the camera. Thank God it's not the camera that went down. Okay, so I got that. Let me get my camera, and I'm gonna take my audience on a road trip. Okay, bye-bye. And again, sorry for that. Okay. Night-night. Okay. So, here you go. Okay, so we're out. Thank you so much. Okay, good night. And sorry for that incident. I don't know what he was thinking, but okay. Good night. Okay, so let me give you a walk through Soho because I don't get a chance to do that. I don't get a chance to share Soho with people. Again, this is one of my favorite places to come and photograph. Right down there at the end of that block is NYU's new building and NYU's campus. So a lot about NYU is that direction. But this is the famous Soho. And Soho is where people come to hang out. During the day, this block, these streets are packed with people. It is also a place where photographers like to hang out because we always end up photographing so many amazing artists, actors, actresses. This is a very popular area. I'll give you the streets. So this is Green and Prince that we're heading upon. Prince Street is very popular. And it's so iconic because you got the New York cabs like you see there. And it is such a great place to photograph. You see? And look at the streets. They're all narrow streets. Got the cobblestones, got the bike paths, got these great shops. They got the wonderful Apple store right here. So thank you for tuning in if you're here with me. And if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I'm here for you. I am walking the streets of Soho. I'm on the move. And that's what I try to do on my Touch Base Dailies. I try to get out and walk the city and kind of like introduce you to some of the areas of New York City if I have the opportunity and chance. Well, it says there's 17 people in the building. Okay. And you see all the shops, but I want to take you to I want to show you two restaurants that if you're in New York City, you might want to come and visit. Because the food is good, we're reconnecting. And I think I'm just, let me see if I can now go with my regular, okay, hold on a second. I'm going to take that off. And now we're back on 5G. Okay, there we go. And And I love photographing. What I also love about Soho is, again, the restaurants, the places to eat, the wonderful hotels. This restaurant here is a very famous restaurant. It's been here for decades. Finally, and when I was here last time, I sat across from Chris Rock. So that's the kind of place you'll never know who you're gonna meet right here in this intersection. For those that know Chaz, who's in our popped on, I interviewed Chaz a couple of weeks ago. He does a lot of photography right here in this area. So you'll see a lot of folks hanging out here. Again, this is a very quaint restaurant. Food is good, and you can sit out. You don't sit inside, sit outside, and you get to see all the celebrities walking by. And it's such a great place to photograph as well. If you're into photography, the great landmarks, the old architecture. Look at this old brick. Look at this old red brick building. Also, another great restaurant that I usually hang out with my friends is this place right here called Lore Oyster Bar. Let me just go right here quickly, and you can see Lore. It is an amazing place to eat. I think you will love it if you come to New York and eat here. And you can eat outside. I think on a fall day, it's great to eat outside. But on a day like today, you want to be inside. And again, what Soho is known for is all of these beautiful, look at the fire escapes, fire metal, the iron. Soho is known for all of its cast iron buildings. All these buildings that have columns, they're all cast iron buildings. So check it, as they say, feast your eyes upon it. And this is the right time to like walk around in this area because, you know, you're right in the golden hour. The lighting is changing. It's still light enough to enjoy the street. I'm walking down Prince Street, which is kind of like runs right through the middle of Soho. From east to west, you can go to the east side of Soho or the west side of Soho through Prince Street. Okay? See all kinds of people. It is absolutely wonderful. Okay, I see. Let me show you some other areas, another intersection that's pretty popular and famous. You probably say, what is Ron doing? I'm just kind of like sharing a little time with you all. Because how often do I get to walk the city and get to share the time with you? You are a community. You are part of my community. If you're not, join the community. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Be a part. I'm always sharing different parts of New York City. This is the famous Prince Street station, which is our yellow line, which is the R and W line. Look at that, a great photo right there, right? If I was to take a picture, this is a good photo right here. Just like that, with the yellow cab coming around the corner. Great photos, look at the yellow cabs. So, New York. So, on other days, you will find people hanging out on this corner, photographers. And photographers like to hang out on this corner to photograph folks. It's a very busy area. People are coming through, they're on the bikes, they're walking. Again, lots of models that come through here, movie stars, actors, and everyday folks. Another element about Soho are the wonderful water towers. There are water towers all over Soho. And so, you can check those out. Also, this is Broadway, the famous Broadway that runs from, can you believe this Broadway runs from north of Harlem, really just where the Bronx is, all the way down to Wall Street, to the very bottom. It used to be an old Indian road, or I hate using the word Indian, but it's what people called it, the Indian Road. where the indigenous people used to use this road. It was the road. This road could also take you straight up to Canada. Broadway is the one pathway that runs straight up New York from Lower Manhattan here in New York City. Okay, so there you go. Look at another beautiful cast iron buildings. You do not see architecture like this pretty much anywhere in the world. This is uniquely Soho. Are you enjoying this, Hannah? You enjoying this? I'm glad. Like I said, even if I have one person in here, I will share. You know why? Because one person is important. That's right. I am not into the masses. I am not into the numbers. Look at that. Look at that building. Look at that building. This is one of my favorite parts of the city because the architecture is incredible. And there's always these beautiful people here. Beautiful people. And there's always scaffolding going on around here in the city. There's always something being built. But again, all the great stores along Broadway. You have this place called Mango for women. You have the Scholastic building here where they used to make children books right here in this big building with all the color. Look at this building. Let me go across the street so you can see how beautiful this building is. Look at the New York City. This is a New York night. It's hot, but it's a New York night. And that's what I love about New York, is that, look at that. You can just walk around. Look how beautiful the city looks. This is Broadway, y'all. Do you ever get a chance to just be in the center of Broadway? Then you go downtown. Look at that. But anyway, let me show you the Scholastic building. Are you ready? Look at this building. Look at this building. Look at the architecture. Look at the wrought iron. Look at all of the iron sculptures of their, you got lions, you got the torches. But yeah, this is their newer section right there. And this is the old section here. Look at that. Just beautiful. And then if you stand over here from this side, you can see where I was standing, where the road was, the beauty of New York. Everyone likes to honk. But you have the Prada. I don't know if that's the Prada building. And see, people are just so bad. They can't be patient. But anyway, that's Prada. The Prada store is right there for those that are into name brands. And you see all the people on their bikes. This is a very bike-driven city. But yeah, look at that. So this is another beautiful structure. There is no place in the world that can compare to Soho when it comes to the architecture. The architecture is so unique. Look at how you see, I think they call it Romanesque, where you see the different tones of brick, like the beige brick, beige red, beige red, beige red on the window tops, and all of the structures, how the corners are, the tops of the building are beautiful. And again, you got the great subway system right here to go down below underground, but it's too hot to be in the subway system. Now, if you were to take this straight over, you would end up straight down the road about 3 blocks down, and you will run into what's called the Prince Pizza, which is famous in New York. Prince Pizza. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have a good sunset. So let's see it together. So any questions? Any questions out there? Any questions? We're about to go. It was supposed to be thunderstorms today, but I guess this thunderstorms they held off. Mostly upstate New York is the thunderstorm areas. and I'm gonna take you down to one street, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Okay? I'm gonna let you guys go. So enjoy this time walking the streets of Soho. How often do you get a chance to do that? Look at the people. And you see this metal piece here? This used to be glass. Like they were glass circles and glass, what do you call it? Glass tiles. And you used to be able to see downstairs. It would give you light downstairs. But because of the traffic, they've kind of like covered a lot of them up with iron. So, but normally this would be a glass. Maybe I'll find one that you can see. But this used to be glass. And the glass is probably underneath it. Like these hard, light, translucent bricks, if you want to call them, that are underneath this metal. Okay. We're going to cross over. We got a nice breeze coming in. It's a nice breeze. Again, I mean, do you guys have, oh man, sir, your hair is amazing. Look at this dude's hair. Holy moly. He has lips all over his head. That's what I love about New York. Look at this. This is one of our, looks like a jewelry store here. Omega. Yeah. You just never know what you're going to see in New York, especially Soho. Soho is the place to hang out. So you can put that note in your book and say, Ron says, when you're in New York City, hang out in Soho. How close is Soho to Harlem? It's on the opposite end. Harlem is way uptown and Soho is downtown. Okay? So that's a good question there. Good question. However, if you walk over, I'm going to walk down to Spring Street. If you walk down to Spring Street, which is about 4 or 5 blocks down, you can go to the A train, and the A train will take you to Soho, from Soho, which is on the edge of Soho, and you can take that straight up to Harlem, into Harlem. Again, look at this architecture. Look at how those, you gotta love these folks. But look how the fire escape looks. Look at the what do you gonna call it? The molding, the concrete molding on the top. Look how that looks. Like the shields and the hanging like, what do you gonna call it? I guess imitation like reefs, like the bottom of a reef. And then you get something so simple, right? These are simple buildings, but again, this is where all the movie stars and comedy folks hang out. This is another block that I'm heading down, and again, this is the back of the Scholastic building, which we saw on Broadway. And I just love walking the cobblestones. One of the reasons why I love coming through Soho is because there are very few places in New York City that still have the cobblestones, but it's almost like check this out. If you stand here and just photograph down there, you can't tell what time it is, what year it is. I mean, look at that old signage. And then you have all this amazing, again, remember I told you about the water towers on the top? Look at the water towers. There are water towers everywhere in Soho. So we're walking. And we continue to walk. This is a store called Rags and Bones, pretty famous here in New York. They have nice clothing. We can walk over there. Let's see what else I can share with you about Soho. Look at this. I mean, I like dressing like this. If I could redo my wardrobe, it would be similar to this. Rag and Bones. And you got Abercrombie and Fetch, or Fitch.
Okay, and such a cool street. And you see we have our city bikes. And what else is down here that we can share with you? I'm always taking photos down here. I've been taking photos in Soho for so many years now. But you see also, like if you look down here, you see it says Ironworks. Because all these buildings, they look like they're concrete, but they're not. This is all ironwork. All of this is iron. It looks like concrete, but it's not. How you doing? And so that's what's so special about this area. There are very few places like it in the world. Look at that. Water tower, cast iron buildings. This is what it's known for. It is all cast iron and brick. So you got red brick and cast iron everywhere. Fire escapes. Right? So that's why. Let me get back. Can I get back into the curb? Can I get back onto the cobblestone? And again, nothing like a yellow cab on the cobblestone. So welcome to New York if you're here for the first time and you're on my channel. And you're like, who is this dude and why is he walking in Soho? Well, here we go. I want to show you something. Remember I was telling you about the metal that was over? Well, here it is. This is all stone. And it's a glass stone. And what this glass stone allows is for light to go back downstairs into the basement. So this is how the basement receives its light. So most people don't use this any longer because we have electricity. But back in the old days when electricity was limited to just incandescent, these little guys allow light down into the basements of the buildings. And all of the buildings were like this. So check this out. So you learned something about Soho. This is unique to Soho. And again, you see all of the cast iron companies, their names on these little panels. Like here. It looks like it says what? LR Cast something works. All metal work. All metal work. Soho is all about cast iron work. Anyway, and then you see how that's there, and then these go back. Now these are the newer. They covered them up with the metal. This one's on the corner, and this is Spring Street, another famous street. However, not as active as the wonderful Prince Street. But again, shops are here, boutiques are here, lots of boutiques, lots of high-end shopping. Again, look at that building. Look at that building. Isn't this golden hour beautiful? Look at the fire escapes. The fire escapes on this building. And you see them all the way down. All the way down. Check it out, check it out. And we love our murals here in New York City also. Beautiful mural. This beautiful cottage-like house here. And people riding their bikes. People walking the streets. Here's another bike lane. And so where that big building is the A train. Right where the A train is. And if you go there, you can take the A train straight to Harlem. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little time here. I enjoy sharing it with you. I'm gonna go back down to where one of my favorite areas, where my intersection that I share with you. And I can see that there are no bikes available for me. And you see all the folks just hanging out. It's a hot day here in New York. It is so hot. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this. I mean, like I said, I do this because, hey, I'm walking anyway. Why not share it with you, right? If I'm walking, why not share it? And you can almost guess what I'm about to do because, oops, let me get myself situated here, and you're gonna see me take some photos. Like, look at that. Look at that. This is what we photographers do. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. So now we're turning this moment into photography, a photographer's walk. So if you want to stay with me, I'll be on another 15 minutes, maybe. It's hard for me to say goodbye to y'all. Right, Hannah? You know how I roll. You know how I roll, Hannah. I mean, the light is beautiful. We have beautiful light right now. Look at that. Look at that. You probably say, what is that bracelet Ron is wearing? I was just at an event for those that are just joining, a networking event today. And so that was my bracelet to let people know that I was a guest on the list. What's also fascinating about places like this in SoHo is that you get to see the old New York, like the old wealth. Like, for instance, like you see, this says Charles Broadway Ross. I don't know who that is. And sometimes when I'm walking these streets, it will cause me to take out my book or go onto my Google. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's see what I got going on here. Let's see. I think I may have to turn up my ISO a little bit to about 2000 to get some more light into the camera. But look, this is an old building. Old. But look how nice it looks. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Oops. Oh, this guy's coming down the block on a bike. Biker. Look at that. Biker. He's saying hello. There we go. So there we go. And you never know what you're going to see in New York. And again, New York is a beautiful place. Right? Right, Hannah? Right, Hannah? Okay, so here we are. Again, do you want to walk and see if we see any movie stars? Maybe we'll see a movie star. Okay, I don't know. But this is definitely how we hang out. If you want my photography buddy, I mean, look at this. I mean, isn't this beautiful? This is so New York. So New York. Look at that. The dog, the people hanging out. It's just beautiful. You got the soccer game going. People here. You can feel the heat coming off the buildings. And there's some folks here hanging out. And again, I have this thing now. My photography buddy has gotten me into photographing signs. So I think I'm gonna get this sign in here. Let's see what that sign looks like. Let's get it in there. Look at that. Beautiful. Because he's a really amazing photographer, and he said something to me that was really interesting. He says many things don't change. However, what does change in a city like New York, guess what? It's the signs. It's the signs. Here's another good scene. Let me get that in there. Perfect. See that? Beautiful shot. There we go. Look at that. I like that. Okay. Here's the other part of here's the other side of the Prada building. And Let's walk further down. Let's see what we can. Let's see what we can get into together here as I walk. Oh, you know what? There's another. You know what I also like is the neon signs. I don't know how long neon signs will be here. They have made a comeback. Remember I was telling you about the iron? There it is. There he is again. You see it? It used to be all glass. Here's a great shot. Look at that. People just hanging out. Hanging out. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that. You got the neon sign right there. See that neon sign? And there we go. Neon sign. Oops. Oh, there we go. Oh, let me get my little guy up there. Okay, here we go. Neon sign. There we go. It's all about the neon sign, y'all. Because we don't know how long neon signs will be here. Okay? So, here we go. Oh, I'm running into another person that was at the event with me. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Hi,
Have a good evening. Okay. So, yeah, so this is one, again, like I tell you, this is, you'll see like they filled in these. These used to be glass. They cleared them up.
No,
Okay. Am I wearing you out already? Am I wearing you out? Man, it's just nothing like SoHo though to photograph. Photographing SoHo. Okay, hold on a second. Let me increase that. There we go. I need to do that. There we go. Look at those windows. Look how big those windows are. They're huge. Okay. That's pretty cool, right? Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. This is a great shot. Let me see if I can get it in. Uh-oh. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So, and we walk. I'm walking to my bike. So, that's why I have you with me. You're walking me to my bike.
So it's not the entire.
And welcome to SoHo, y'all. SoHo. Look at that. Louis Vuitton is over there. Louis Vuitton. Maybe I'll get a bike. Maybe not. We'll see. Oh, look. Do you know? I never realized this. Look at this side of the building. The side of the building is painted on. That's painted. That's not real windows. That's not real windows. Those are painted on windows. The only windows are those two. There's only two windows on this side of the building. You ever noticed that? I never noticed that. Never noticed that. And here's the Louis Vuitton building. For all you name branders out here. All you folks that like name brands. Nothing like a good trunk. I love a good trunk. Look at that. Look at that beautiful trunk. Beautiful. It's a good, beautiful store. Oh. It's a monitor. You see, Hannah said, you definitely have a lot of energy. Yeah, I do. I do. I love it. You know what? You can't not live in New York City and not have energy. It comes with being a New Yorker. Okay. So what I'm going to do, where should I go? Should I take you somewhere else? Okay, I think I had you on here long enough, right? I love this store. This is the Polo store. If you're into Ralph Lauren, this is a store you want to hang out at. And one of my best friends, he is a polo head. He does everything polo. That's all he does. I have to include you in. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Beautiful. The beauty of New York. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking this walk with me through Soho, allowing me to share Soho with you. Also, some of this event that I was at earlier today for the Manhattan Chamber. Yeah, I do live. I'd like to say I'm very blessed. Oh, I like this. I like this. I like this. Here we go. Someone walking. Oops, I got the camera in the wrong direction. Let me do. There you go, so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Here we go. This is. I like to call these the New York scenes. You know, when you get the cab in the scene, that's a New York scene. So, look at that. So you never know what's gonna happen. I'm just sitting here on this brick. Okay, guys. Okay. Guys, thank you for joining me on this. Oh, I've been on 1 hour and 44 minutes. Are you kidding me? No, it can't be. Oh, it's 51 minutes. It hasn't been an hour yet. Okay, I'm not gonna stay on here an hour. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Touch Base Daily on the move. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock here on YouTube. Check it out. Hang out with our community. We love each other. So come on out. Anyway, I'm out. I'm getting out. I'm leaving you. Goodbye.